So now that you understand how to navigate the home page of this classroom, I will now teach you how to navigate the rest of your classroom. So first, I will do a brief review of how to navigate your home page. So here you have a list of all of your of where you can go. And so here, if I go to Home for Home Page, here you have your home page where I have the greeting. Then you have your Zoom link. Then you're going to have a box where every week I will put in a new video for you to watch. And this is for summer 2022. Notice how summer 2022 is currently empty because we have not yet done the week 1 lecture yet. And then here you have your live interactive lecture video supplement. This is winter 2022. So this is what it looks like when the entire semester is finished and every week there is a live lecture in it. So that was for winter 2022. And as I said before in my previous video, this is for quizzes. These are the transcripts of all of the Zoom lectures. These are the Zoom lectures for fall 2021, and these are the PowerPoints for your quizzes. So if you want me to go over the home page slower, you can always watch the home page video. So now I'm going to go into what this video is about. So how do you find your syllabus, for instance? So you would want to click on Syllabus. You click on Announcements and you're going to get all of your announcements. If I click on Announcements, all of your announcements will load. And then here, the very first announcement is me saying hello to everybody. And don't worry, that'll load later. And then you're going to get videos of who I am. Then I click on Announcements again. And then I can get all the other announcements, and you just click on it like you do email. And and it's very important that you watch your week 1 grammar quiz video. So I also put your grammar quiz here. So watch this video before you take the quiz. Next is the syllabus. I'm going to wait for it to open for a second. And your syllabus, when it finally opens, there you go. So your syllabus will tell you week by week what you are going to be doing every week. So I suggest that you download your syllabus and print it out so that you know all of the policies, the grades, what each course or what each assignment is worth for your final grade. And here you have week 1. So in week 1, you have your introduction forum and you have your week 1 quiz. So, and then week 2, you have assignments. Week 3, you have assignments. Week 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on and so forth. So every week will be listed your assignments, your quizzes, and that sort of thing. So you should download your syllabus. Then notice how when I click down this way, this is not the end of your syllabus. Now we're going to click all the way down, and these are your dates. These are the due dates for your assignments. So that means that all your assignments, except for the forums have 2 deadlines. You have to have your first post by Wednesday, and then you have your post to 2 students by Sunday. And then all of your other written assignments throughout the class and your quizzes are due always on Sunday at midnight Pacific time. So here you're going to get all of your due dates for the entire class. And then notice that September 30th is the last day of class. So and also notice that the last day of class for the last week, Friday, everything will be due. So I'll tell you that in the later weeks. So just got to remember that your syllabus is embedded here in which you can scroll. Then you got to scroll the actual page in order to get the deadlines. A lot of students miss this part of it because you have to scroll more than once. That's a common mistake. You don't have to worry about Vital Bookshelf, so forget about that. Now, this is the important button, modules. Modules is your key to all of the content in this classroom. Whether you want to access your discussions, you want to access your quizzes, you want to access your assignments, no matter what it is you want to access, you press modules and that will get you there. So I press on modules, and here you don't have to worry about Vital Source. But you should look at the Writing Center. The Writing Center has great information about grammar, writing, and APA. If you go to the online library sources, this is where the Fortis online library is located. If you want to know about, but who is this Professor H? Who is she? So that's where you will find out who I am. The Course Cafe is where if you want to ask questions and you don't know this is an ungraded forum. So the Course Cafe is where you can all hang out and let your hair down, and it's not graded. If you have questions you want to ask each other, that's where you would think of it as a student cafeteria where everybody hangs out. Now here's where you access everything. Okay, here you're going to have your overview of your reading, of your lesson. And for your week 1, where do I find my textbook kind of a question, click on week 1 reading, and that will take you to your reading. Your week 1 interactive, hold on, let me click on this. Let's see. And here you load, okay, sorry. So this is where you load your textbook. Okay, and then if I press this button, it should take me to the textbook. Now I created a video separately about how to do this. All right, you say no thanks, you put in your email, and then you say no thanks, I skipped this step. So I will go over how to do that in a separate I could get back to. That's one of the drawbacks of going backwards is, okay. So let's go backwards and let's do, yes, all right, here. So it's when you go to ENGL 101, you follow the steps, that's where you get your textbook. Now I created a video just for how do I find my textbook. So that's a different video. In this video, I'm simply going to show you the layout. Just like my previous video, all I did was show you the home page. In this video, I just want to show you the layout of your modules. Okay, and to show you that your modules is where you access your entire class of everything. You know, you access your reading, you access your quizzes, you access your discussions. Here is an example of a discussion. And so all of this is modules. And if you want to know about the week 1 instructor session, which this is where I write about what I'm going to teach, although it's better to just look at the home page because I put it under the lecture notes, the what I'm going to write about for each Zoom lecture. So you know that each Zoom lecture is every Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. without fail. And so at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So all of the information for your instructor session will be on your home page. I don't usually write stuff in the instructor session, actually. I put everything onto the home page because there you find everything. Here you can access your discussion, and here you can access your quiz. And these are all you need for week 1. Now when I say the week 1, remember I said that on the home page I have recorded the interactive lectures, and you're scratching your head and going, what's an interactive lecture? So you're going to notice that in each module for week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and so on, there's an interactive lecture for each week. There's a week 5 interactive lecture, there's a week 4 interactive lecture, and week 3 interactive lecture, and that's different from my Zoom lectures. That's not the same thing, okay? So don't get confused. So the week 2 interactive lecture is simply a short PowerPoint that summarizes what you've learned during the week. It's not my Zoom lectures, okay? That's two different things. My Zoom lecture is like 1 hour long, and then these interactive lectures are like 5 minutes. So it's two different things. And so here each week you have a 5-minute, or sometimes it's a 10-minute PowerPoint that leads you through a summary of each week's, and some of them are as short as 2 or 3 minutes, or as long as 20 minutes. It depends on the week. I think week 10 is the longest, okay? So here you have week 5. So if you want to hear a recorded version of these interactive lectures, then you go to Home, and we wait for it to load, and we scroll down to Interactive Lectures. Whoa, it says Interactive Lecture Video Supplement Library. And so what I did was I read each of these interactive lectures aloud and created a video, because some students, they don't like to read, they like to, watch a video. So once again, I would go to Modules, and in the modules you can access everything. You access your textbook here, you access each week's interactive lecture, and then of course every assignment. All right, so you have 3 kinds of, you've got your discussion. You can also access your discussions here. If you press discussions, you can access week 1, week 3, and you have a discussion every other week, not every week. So week 1, there's a discussion. Week 2, no discussion. Week 3, you have a discussion. Week 4, no discussion. So every other week, you have a discussion. That's something to remember. And then you can have, and then I go to modules. And so modules is where you access everything for the entire, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be an assignment, whether it be a lecture, a reading, everything is under the modules. And it comes with the class. Every classroom is, every teacher teaches the same exact classroom, and every classroom comes with all of these modules already. The only thing that I add to the classroom is this. This is what I add to the classroom. I add my pictures, I add this. This is where I come in and I put my stuff, okay? And I also add in the announcements. But the syllabus, the modules, the discussions, all of that comes with every classroom for every teacher. Now, if you're having trouble with your papers, you can always go to Smart Thinking Online Tutoring, and each student gets several hours of free tutoring. I think it's 10 hours off the top of my head. And then you should always click on, I'm not going to go to grades because that's going to show everyone's names, and that's a FERPA violation. So if you want to keep up with how many assignments have you done, what assignments am I missing, then you would click on grades, and that will show you your missing assignments, the assignments that you've done. And then that pretty much sums everything up, okay? The home page, the announcements, the syllabus, and skip this one, that's not important. Modules. So basically, modules is where you get everything. And so you don't have to worry about the Zoom. You're like, well, what's this Zoom button for? Well, some people like to access the Zoom class, okay? And you can join my Zoom lectures from here. And so here, and you can join my 2 ways. You can join my Zoom lecture either from pressing on Zoom, or you can join my Zoom lecture from here. It's up to you where you want to join my Zoom lectures. And remember, my Zoom lecture is at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. So that pretty much sums up this video on how to navigate this classroom. And it's pretty easy. Once you get the hang of it, then it's very, very easy. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to email me.